Hi, for this post I'm going to be analysing the New Model Army lyrics for Devil, and we're looking at the meaning behind them and what story it tells. So the narrative for Devil roughly follows the story of Faust, which is a German folklore story, which is about a scholar who's unsatisfied with his life, and therefore makes a deal with the devil in exchange for infinite knowledge and worldly pleasure. So the key themes in the song include moral confusion, where we see our character feel quite unsure about what's right and what's wrong, and also the idea of sacrificing your integrity is presented, which is like betraying your beliefs in exchange for personal benefit, and also there's desire versus morality. In the first verse we can see this imagery of there being a spider's web of roads. This metaphorically implies that the character is stuck in a web, as he doesn't know which road's the right one to go down. This instantly expresses the theme of moral confusion and connotes that he is dissatisfied with his life, like the scholar in Faust. In verse 1 we also see the foreshadowing of the deal with the devil with the line, "There are voices in my head, strangers just waiting there." The primary connotation of there being a stranger in his head is he has been influenced by malevolence due to the negative implications of the word stranger. This is coupled with there being a voice in his head, which is a reference to the devil's attempt to tempt people into sin. The idea of the character being dissatisfied with his life is consolidated here with the phrase, "past familiar bloodstains." Blood, in this context, is a representation of pain and suffering for the character, and as it has stained, it seemingly permanently tarnished him. This is emphasised as the stains are almost familiar, implying that they are a common part of his life. The narrative continues here, where we see his soul being sold to the devil, and that's shown with the line, "And what a welcome I received, arms around each other." The image of them having their arms around each other suggests they're in high spirits, and therefore suggests they've made the deal. Lastly, for verse 2, we see the theme of sacrificing integrity for personal benefit being introduced in the second line down. Double-crossing himself means that he tricks or betrays himself, consequently sacrificing his integrity, but as a result of this he receives personal benefit, as a door opens which represents an opportunity opening up for him despite his wrongdoings. So the chorus essentially sums up the message of the song. It shows that idea of desire versus morality, displaying people's desire to look for evil or the devil. As well as this, it acts as a critique of human nature, suggesting that if you look for it, you will find evil in everyone. Verse 3 takes place after he sold his soul, and we see that infinite power doesn't buy him happiness, as he says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me that I'm lovable." Despite his power, he still maintains his insecurities as he doesn't know whether he is lovable. Also, we see the effects of him selling his soul as he no longer feels human with the phrase, "Tell me that I'm here at all." He's even more confused than before, as he doesn't seem to be aware of his own existence, and it shows how he's even more dissatisfied than before selling his soul. The middle section shows a clear intertextual reference to the story of the Garden of Eden in the Bible. This is shown with the lyrics mentioning the tree of knowledge, which is the tree that Adam and Eve were told not to eat from by God. This reference acts as an analogy for the story of Faust, as it was his desire for a better life that made him make a deal with the devil, and it was Adam and Eve's temptation and desire which led them to eat from the tree. So in summary, what's it about? It starts with a character who's in a moral dilemma. He's confused, lost and dissatisfied with his life. He then makes a deal with the devil, exchanging his integrity and soul for infinite knowledge and power, but then he discovered that this can't make him happy. So in summary, what does it mean? Well, there's going to be many different interpretations, as it's a famous story, but I think one thing that it does is oppose greed and materialism, showing infinite power can't bring happiness, as well as promoting integrity, and at the same time depicting evil as being part of human nature, and something that unfortunately is within all reach of humans.
Created using Powtoon.